Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Great starting point, takes it inside his own 25. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. Tying it on. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires one high and deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Jumped on top of the pile. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback making adjustments. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Shields. Pulls it in. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He couldn't find anywhere to go with the ball. Bought time for a second, but finally just went down.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Still running at the 40. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. Big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Fighting off the defender. And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the first quarter. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Direct snap. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. Right back to it. Powers through the defender. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
Snap to the back. Brought down short of the goal line. Two-point try is no good, and it's still a 6-point game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Straight ahead from inside his 25. They get him stopped, but he found a couple of cracks in that cover team and gets it out to the 43. Defense in press coverage. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Vaughn.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out of the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off his guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
He'll try to do it himself. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. Third down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up fourth.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium on their side of the field.
Breaks into the open. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Going right to work up top. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Makes the grab. It starts. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He's got it. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave it the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Shields. Fires toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. But no, the officials are saying he was out of bounds, and the quarterback might want to rethink taking a chance like that. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He'll take another shot here. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be third down.
When you make big plays for your quarterback in the game, you catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Here's the return from inside the 25. He was... for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Finds his tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. The corners are walked up tight. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not... forced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Trying to do it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on fourth down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your two-possession run.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On the move, he fires. He's open on the right. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and guys, I don't think that jet sweep ever had a chance down here on the goal line. There were just way too many bodies on defense at the end of the line of scrimmage.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Direct snap. Going for 6. The pass ball's incomplete, and they are fortunate to live to tell about that one. It had turnover written all over it.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. Looking to the end zone. The trickeration goes awry, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It'll be fourth and goal, and it'll be a tough one. Dropping back, it's Shields. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Wants to throw on first down. The screen, he can go. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Inside a minute to go here in the third. Second down, they'll go to the air. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Going to let it fly. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on deep.
Makes the catch. Converts on fourth down. Is still on his feet. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Quick tempo here for the offense. Quickly complete. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
After an unproductive first half and opening drive of the second half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got a first down. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
That ball hit him right in a bad spot, right in the hands. Really unfortunate he didn't come down with that one.
It'll be third and long. Wants to throw it. Going over the top. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
You got to give this defense tons of credit because they have been lights out. They have not allowed a single point so far, and a big reason why is how well they're playing on the back end. They came into this game knowing the offense was going to try to throw the football, but they're not giving anything up, and another great job that time in coverage.
Throws for the tight end. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, looking at 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything great now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let it go. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Williams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Back to throw, it's Shields. Blasted as he lets it go.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Now improvising. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Pocket breaking down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
He makes a grab. Gets it in there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They want that clock to run. There he goes.
There's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the...
Going for it all. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
If I'm the offensive coordinator right here, man, I'm trying to find some easy gimmies. I'm trying to find a way to make this offense easier right now because everything seems hard. Like last week, too, man, just completion percentage is not great. This offense is just not moving like it should, and they got to find some ways to make this thing easier.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Looking to throw, it's Shields. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. He'll pull it down and run. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Direct snap. Now he's going to break the pocket. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Back has it. The throw. It falls incomplete, and man, did they think they had that one set up, and it didn't quite work. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Snap to the back. Into the end zone. They reached into the bag of tricks on 3rd down, and it did not work. And the field goal unit stays put. They will try to deliver the haymaker and deck them with a touchdown on 4th and goal. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.